Hi, everybody. It's Jodi, and we are in the nest. So glad you're back. So today I'm with my friend, a fellow mom who dares.
Yep.
And we're going to have a little discussion about empty nest. Surprise. But I'm going to let Mandy share her story, but I just want to set it up for us a little bit because
Sure.
those of you who have experienced empty nest or are about to, it's tricky. You know, you're a little bit excited about, having some free time for yourself.
A little bit terrified.
A little bit terrified and sad, and there's a mix of emotions. So, what happens when there's a back and forth with the nest being empty, the nest being full, the nest being empty? Like, what happens to the mom? Because, I'm all about the mom. It's all about the mom. So, Mandy, introduce yourself, which I just told them who your name was, but introduce yourself, how many kids do you have, and then maybe share like what you were sharing with me about what happened to you.
Okay, sure. So my name is Mandy Dicker, and I have 3 children, ages 28, a son, and then I have another son, age 23, and then my daughter is 19. And so just before my daughter was about to leave for college a year ago, I was anticipating empty nestum, and I was all over the map with my emotions. It was a really, I was apprehensive, I was excited, new beginning, sad, so many different emotions. And the day we took my daughter to college, which was supposed to start our empty nestum, my middle son, Matthew, who's 23, moved home.
Boom. Wait, just let that land.
Let that sit there.
She cried leaving her daughter off at college. Because I know you did.
Yes, I did. It was a big moment. My baby girl.
And then you come home.
Yes. And my son, who had a job, he had graduated from college, and he had a job, which was wonderful, that he was gainfully employed. But he decided he wanted to save some money. So he was going to live at home. And in he moved. So my 23-year-old son, who's 6'5" and eats more than you can even imagine.
I do understand.
Moved home with all of his stuff, and so on the one hand, my house exploded with new life and his stuff, and I could not keep enough food in the house. And the other hand, I got to be with my son as an adult in this amazing new way, which was just the biggest silver lining that I hadn't anticipated.
See, now you just said something that I have written blog posts on this. I've gone Facebook Live about this. Everything is about perspective.
Yeah.
It's a shift in your thought process. You can get through anything with the help of girlfriends and good friends and a shift in thought process. Because when my daughter left for college, I was really sad because my daughter left for college. No more manicures. My son was not going to get one with me. He was not going to go to the mall with me and shop. But I realized that I didn't realize it like you, it just hit me. I was getting to spend time alone, one-on-one.
Yeah.
So although you had the empty nest and you were sad and then boom, it was full again, you got to experience something different. And this time he's an adult. And that's different.
It's so different. And it's like, they're a friend. And then they relate to you and your husband. I mean, it's a whole different experience. And it was fabulous. So he was home for, up until about a month ago, and he got his own place in Manayunk. Woohoo! He was psyched. 2 roommates, awesome. We were empty nesters for 3 weeks, my husband and I. It was. I have to say, it was a very exciting time. We were spontaneous. You get to meet your husband on a whole different. You're not parents. You're just husband and wife. I mean, it was a whole different ballgame, and we loved it.
Yeah.
And then 3 weeks later, my oldest son is making a career switch, and he decided to come home in order to save some money as he retrains himself and launches into a new direction. So,
boom. Again.
Boom, boom.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
It was longer than the first day.
So again, like the house is empty, and then in comes the influx of stuff, in comes another big appetite. It's very volatile situation. But again, this silver lining. My son, who's been living away for 5 years, is suddenly home again, and I get to know him all over again. He's a different person than he was when he left 5 years ago, and so there again is another amazing silver lining. But it's been volatile. It's been a bit of a roller coaster,
Well, I mean, that's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot to do. But I love how you smile really big when you talk about getting to know them differently, because they're not the same.
Right.
Kids that were in your house before they left and came back. And you and your husband are not the same couple.
Right.
I mean, I read an article about that too, that you're not the same kids we drop off at college, and we're not the same house that you left.
Right.
So it seems
Everything's
like
evolving.
it seems like you've done pretty well at adapting to the back and forth, but it's emotional.
It's an emotional roller
Did
coaster.
you ever feel any kind of like guilt, you know, that mom guilt that I don't know if I really want them home? Did that ever? I mean, I'm just.
Well, I can't believe how much I loved the time alone with my husband. I wasn't
Yeah.
sure what that was going to be like. I was kind of dreading it, but I realized it was really great and it was special. But the good news is that's still ahead. And
Yes.
so I have that to look forward to. I know it's going to be okay. And in the meantime, these times with my kids are fleeting. And so, you know, I'll take it. I'll take it for as long as I can. Hopefully not too long, but
I get it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's a beautiful thing, and you're right. The surprise that can come out of being with your spouse or your partner, it can be really rewarding. But I like how you're treasuring what you have.
Yeah.
So, you know, I know so many of you can resonate with this. So just know that this conversation is just meant to share that you're not alone. It's okay to feel happy and sad at the same time, a little bit angry and resentful sometimes, and, you know, and grateful at the same time too. So I love your story. All right, everybody, listen, if you want to connect with me, because I want to connect with you, go to jodisilverman.com, click on the In the Nest tab, and connect away. Dare on, everybody.
They're on.